In The Voice this week, a billionaire, a $60 million stadium, and a naked guy with nowhere to put any money at all. But we got the most phone calls about the VA and the nationwide investigation of veterans' hospitals. Here is your viewer's voice.
If there is misconduct, it will be punished.
President Obama vowing to hold people accountable for problems within the VA healthcare system. At least 26 facilities across the country, including the one in Dallas, are being investigated for irregularities with patient scheduling and secret waiting lists. And the majority of the calls we got sounded like this.
I have not been back to the VA hospital since '08 because I kept going, and they never did treat me right.
But there were also a few calls of support.
I'm a Vietnam vet and Iraq vet, Desert Storm. I received nothing but the best treatment in the world. My appointment's always been on time. I think a lot of this is just blown out of proportion.
Thanks for being with us.
Steve Eager sat down with Jeffrey Milligan, the director of the VA healthcare system here in North Texas.
Good job, Steve Eager. You was asking the VA supervisor or whatever his title, you was asking him good questions. You was keeping it real.
My heart goes out to those veterans and pray that this will bring justice for those veterans caught up in this rhetoric.
If I see a black kid in a hoodie and it's late at night, I'm walking to the other side of the street. And if on that side of the street there's a guy that has tattoos all over his face, white guy, bald head, tattoos everywhere, I'm walking back to the other side of the street.
That comment from Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban lit up social media and the viewer's voice. He apologized for the hoodie reference, but stands behind everything else. And most of the calls we received are in support of Cuban.
Y'all need to leave Mark Cuban alone because what Mark Cuban said was true. And one thing I said about Mark Cuban, he's keeping it real.
I agree with 99% of everything he said, and I would also like to say it's one of the few times in the last several years that I've heard anyone say the whole truth and honesty.
You can hear the screams from an Oak Cliff woman driving home from work when a naked man jumps into her car, punches her in the face, and starts choking her.
I'm glad you're okay. It was smart for you to run into the sign, and you're also blessed that the police officers were right there to get this crazy food.
She should have had a taser or something. I'd have lit him up with a taser.
Nicholas Dill has been charged with assault and felony criminal mischief. But for some viewers, this story was about more than the attack.
Oh, he just jumped in these people's car.
It was about the guy watching it happen.
The guy that was recording the whole thing should have been apprehended himself because he could have been a hero, but instead he was not even a hero. You know what he was? A filmmaker.
We're stunned as to how this could have happened.
Stunned because the $60 million Allen Eagles Stadium has been deemed unsafe and will be closed for the upcoming season due to things like design deficiencies and failure to meet building codes. Players and parents seem to be taking things in stride. Viewers, not so much.
I don't know what they're doing building that kind of stadium for a high school anyway. They think that was the Dallas Cowboys? Give me a break.
This Memorial Day weekend is a time for all of us to remember those who died serving our country. So we're ending this week's Viewer's Voice with a thank you to all those who have ever served and are still serving. Thank you to all our service members. Something on your mind? Call us 214-720-3103 or send an email when you visit us online, myfoxdfw.com.